remember hearing. It's my mama practicing. I'm a captive audience of one. Maybe this is why I think of practice as love. Those notes mapped my existence. Life's too long not to do what you love, and there was no doubt for me, it would be music. She called me her sonar baby. I used sound like I was echolocating. I'd ping out notes the way other kids tug on sleeves. Just like a dolphin trying to navigate in the dark, I was heading into the deep, unknown waters of actualizing a dream. Trying to make my passion into my career without cash, connections, directions, or guarantees. Living in the woods way outside of New York City. But if you think about it, singing is the perfect proof that we can turn our hopes into realities, even if they seem improbable or crazy. The whole process is based almost entirely on trust. When you sing, there's no key to press or button to push. It's a purely intentional instrument. You have to envision the note you want and believe in it before you hear it. Imagine it's hanging in the air like ripe fruit to pluck. If you can sing, and everyone can, it doesn't matter how it sounds, you already know how to manifest something out of nothing. So I sang, my sonar searching, writing songs, practicing my craft, playing anywhere anyone would let me and hoping for an echo back. I was listening for any clue from the universe that I was on the right path. I spent my time in empty clubs and coffee shops, and there was never a guy waiting in the back with a record contract. I'd go home at night and listen to the trees and dream. I think I actually asked out loud, if a girl sings in the woods and no one's around, does it make an effing sound? It does if you have a laptop and a live stream. Of course, I'd uploaded videos before, but I was my mama's girl. I loved the thrill of live performance. I thought maybe I could follow in her footsteps after all. Maybe I found my own digital Carnegie Hall. This was a few years ago, but it was before every app on our phones could do this kind of thing. I found a 10-way video chat people were using for conference calls and meetings, and I thought, maybe I could sing into this thing. I told my producer, but we really had no idea what we were doing.
People are gonna be there? How do you know if anybody's there?
But the second I stopped waiting to be discovered, I discovered an entire world of people listening. I finally got an echo back to all those dolphin pings. We'd accidentally created an interactive, international, face-to-face concert venue. I turned my computer into a stage and toured the world in an instant. 100 echoes turned into thousands and then millions. It's like lifting off in a rocket ship. Going after what you want, it's like the weight of the whole world is on your chest. But then out of the blue, you crack through the atmosphere and you're weightless. We got press in foreign languages, played real-life concerts on 3 continents, nods from the Grammys, collaborated with brands, and was making bank by making music. There was a feedback loop of love that kept ringing. And this time, my melodies kept a roof over my mama's head. And that meant more than anything. Finally, I was the rebel girl she raised me to be. Now I knew there was no knight in shining AN armor come to rescue me from obscurity. It took the disillusion of the fantasy for me to roll up my sleeves and think of myself as a CEO of my own dreams. Because all kinds of old business benefit when we think we need to ask for permission. No matter who we are, artists, millennials, minorities, or women, somehow we got sold the idea that we need to be saved. That we don't have the agency to blaze our own path and then pave it. Well, 1 in 3 millennials plan to start their own businesses here, and so do a record-breaking number of women. And creatives, we got this. The world is cuckoo for content. They need art and code and fashion and sound. If content is king, the creator wears the crown. The old patriarchies give away how out of touch they are, so this can be the new age of the artistpreneur. We can make what we love what we do. They're dinosaurs in expensive suits, and we're the meteor. And all this new ground we're breaking just gives us a chance to be cartographers of new lands, unlabeled creators who are more than one thing, redrawing the maps to all of our dreams. And we get good at what we practice, including the mental-ish. Practice gratitude and everything looks like a gift. Practice self-doubt and it gets heavier than gravity in a rocket ship mid-lift. And suffering through your dream is no way to manifest it. I know, because as I was taking off, the website I was streaming my shows through fell apart. Suddenly, I had 4 million fans stranded on the wrong platform. I was heartbroken. And that was when I made my real mistake. I stopped sending out those sonar pings. For the first time in my life, I got really quiet. But then I started listening. I went back to my roots, back to the seed, back to my guitars and my trees. I hit a chord, and when it rang, I thought life is a sound wave. It oscillates. The ups and downs just mean you're alive, because in music, a straight trajectory is a flat line. So every low note means you're coming up to a high one. My mama says when you fall, don't aim for the rung you fell from, reach higher. So I started streaming again. I pinged out my art more than I ever did before, and the echoes and fans came back faster, millions more. But the numbers don't matter, the love does. I swear it's the seeds we plant and nurture without judgment that come up. It's the thrill of hearing the note go from an imaginary thing to filling the room up. Because it's the creative work behind the scenes that happens here that I love the most. It's just easy to get discouraged when all you see is everyone else's end result. But it's always a 10-year overnight success. Mine definitely was. Nobody is as perfect as their social media feed is airbrushed to be. It's the cracks in a singer's voice that melt my soul, not the auto-tune takes we hear on MP3s. When you're recording a song, the master is the final perfected product. But no one's ever finished, so while I'm making an album, I'm making a show called Unmastered. It's a series to pull back the curtain on the creative process and glamorize practice for everybody. Because it's never a magic trick, it's always made of sweat and love and practice and perseverance. It's for me and other artistpreneurs to share the paths we're blazing through. So the next girl making beats on her laptop or picking up a guitar knows that she's got a shot too. Because if we all share the unique paths we bushwhack, all the secrets and shortcuts and rough drafts, we can pave them into interconnected highways for whoever's right behind us. We're all figuring it out as we go. And when you get low, just remember it's as easy as singing a note. Each of our voices will lift the others up and map the way to where we're going. Because mystery makes history so last millennium. And now being independent doesn't mean you're alone. And the echoes will come back from all directions, saying you are here for a reason. Life's too long not to do what you love. Just listen. It'll lift you up. Thank you. Thanks, guys. This song is called Lift.
Film before, 1,000 sequels and more. I'm
up and let's go. And the hot air in their heads can elevate what's been said. When they go low, you know what we do next. Suspended in between black and blue. Lift me up, lift me up. And now that I'm falling back to you, lift me up, lift me up, lift me up. When I'm down, don't let my feet touch the ground. Lift me up. When I'm down, don't let my feet touch the ground. Lift me up. Oh, 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 eh, eh, yeah. And I see you coming over, and you see me in a light, and you try to push me over, and you cut me down to size, but odds against gravity, yeah, seems so hard, but I'm alright. Lift me up, lift me up, lift me up, lift me up. Hey, lift me up, lift me up. Oh, oh, oh. Lift me up, lift me up. Lift me up. Thank you so much. Graham, thank you. Thanks, guys.